this. Okay. Let's get started. So we'll start by using the Adi mantra and the Mangalacharan mantra to tune in. So first, just finding your space. Just allowing yourself to close your eyes and come into your inner experience. This is really what our practice is coming into ourselves, coming into our experience, noticing all of the beautiful experiences we're having, the sensations, the feelings, the emotions, accepting them, taking responsibility for them. So even if you had to sit this entire practice out, if you just sat here and really connected with your inner self, you'd have a tremendous experience and benefit. So just start to connect with your breath. Maybe you feel a little stiff. That's okay. We'll bring the hands together in front of the heart and have the elbows out to the side, and just lift your chest a little bit so it can meet those thumbs and feel your shoulder blades relax down your back. Focus your eyes up at the third eye center. Take a nice deep breath in. And through the nose, exhale. And then let's inhale deeply to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Ad Guru Namah, Jugad Guru Namah, Sat Guru Namah, Sri Gurudev Namah. Ad Guru Namah, Jugad Guru Namah, Sat Guru Namah, Sri Gurudev Namah. Ad Guru Namah, Jugad Guru Namah, Sat Guru Namah, Sri Gurudev Namah. Then take a nice, deep, full, complete breath in through the nose. Pause the breath at the top. And again, practice taking responsibility for everything you're feeling, connecting with your body, not having stories about it, not thinking about it, but just experiencing yourself as this infinite being, as this radiant, present self. Keep holding the breath. If at any point you need more breath, you're just going to sip a little bit more breath in through the nose, but you're going to keep holding the breath in this stillness. And then exhale and relax the hands down onto the knees. So Satnam, everybody. Oh, we got Peyton and Tammy and Kiana too. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So part of what we're going to work with, part of what our set is going to work with today is inner anger. Trapped inner anger, the places in our body where we shove our emotions. And us Westerners are really good at that. We're really good at being like, I can't feel that. I'm just going to shove it over here in my shoulder. Oh, I can't feel that. I'm just going to shove that down into my guts. I do a practice called Satnam Rasayan, and when I work on people, I can feel that. I can feel like, ooh, somebody really loves shoving all of this anger into their liver. There it is, burning extra hot. Um, there's nothing wrong with anger, right? When we have the experience of anger, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Especially as you know, femme people, feminine people, we're told we can't feel that thing. Only, you know, masculine people can feel anger and are righteous in that. But everyone has those emotions, right? And anger is actually really powerful. It can be really powerful if you harness it and you let it flow. The problem becomes when we turn it inwards, right? When we don't express it and we allow it to come inward, and we allow it to kind of burn us from the inside. So the practice that we'll do is a practice to help us kind of relieve that inner anger, and allow it so that when we do have anger, we can have an experience of it rather than just shoving it into this stockpile, right? And it's some of the times it's hard to feel anger because we have this stockpile. It's like, if I feel that anger, then I have to feel the anger from my childhood, and I have to feel the anger from when I didn't say anything about this, and I have to feel the anger about this thing. And then that's really overwhelming. But when we have a constant flow of our emotions, when we're in constant connection with our emotions, it's a little bit easier to connect with those. So part of our work, especially now, because we live in such polarized times, is for us to take responsibility for our emotions and take responsibility for how we're feeling, and to meet people in that place, right? We live in times where people are very polarized, and the polarization comes from here, right? It comes from the stories. It comes from saying, I'm this type of person, you're that type of person. This is the way that the world is. No, you say the world's that way. This is the real truth. No, you say the truth is that, right? I mean, it's all up here in the head, right? We get so stuck in the head. But there are all of these emotions and feelings that are tied with that. There's all of this emotional humanness that is connected with all of those thoughts. And we want to just stay up in here, because actually then we don't have to feel all of the things that are going on: the betrayal, the frustration, the anger, the grief, the unknowing of what's going on. Then we can kind of avoid all of this stuff, right? And what I would encourage you, when you have to have those conversations, when you're when you're having those conversations, when you're engaging with somebody who has a different worldview than you, when you're engaging in the world and there's polarization, drop into yourself. Drop into the experience of yourself first, right? You need to have an experience of what you're feeling. And from you dropping into yourself, automatically the other person, it gives them permission to start to drop into their experience. If you say, wow, I'm feeling really frustrated right now about blah, blah, blah. And it's not, the world is like this, the world is like that, blah, 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 blah. This is wrong, this is right, blah, 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 blah. Then you open up the possibility for us to connect in our humanness. You give us the possibility for us to connect in our compassion and our empathy, right? When you start to feel into yourself. And another thing you can do is start to help the other person articulate how they're feeling. So if you're hearing them going blah, 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 you can say, wow, it seems like you're really frustrated. What do you think? You know, like, it feels like you're really frustrated. And then encourage them to kind of start to access how they're feeling and unwind how they're feeling. And when we meet in those places, it's not right. When we meet in, like, I'm an ooey gooey human being with feelings, and you're an ooey gooey person with feelings, and I feel really unsure, and you feel really unsure, and I feel really angry, and you feel really upset. That's a really beautiful place where we can all connect, right? And that's that's one of the teachings of Pisces, right? Pisces is this ultimate connector. We're in Pisces season now, and it's that place where all of us meet, that dissolving, where we can all kind of let down our guards, let down put down our swords, put down our shields, and say, hey, I'm an ooey gooey human, you're an ooey gooey human. Like, isn't it crazy? Isn't this human thing just crazy? It's so weird, but we're here together, right? We're here together, and we get to do it together. So so the practice today is going to help us to kind of let that inner anger go. It's going to help dissolve that so that you can access your experience of self a little bit more, right? Because if you don't sit, you pretend you don't have emotions for, days, weeks, months, years on end, it's going to be really hard to come back into the body because you got the anger that you ignored over here, you got the sadness over here that you ignored, you got all the other things that you've ignored. So it's important that we have a regular connection with our feelings and our emotions so that we can give them the space to articulate themselves, to be felt, to be experienced. Because really, it's just parts of ourselves that we need to reincorporate, right? It's just parts of ourselves that need to be listened to. And this is a huge part of the Aquarian age. It's part of our sensory system. We can't just navigate the world through our head anymore. We can't. We have to learn to navigate through our bodies. We have to learn to navigate through all of our experiences. Because we are in an information war, right? We are in an information of truth. So if you try to figure out what's real and what's going on, it's like, I don't know. And then you go into anxiety world. You have to be able to drop into your body and have that grounded sense of what's going on. And so when you feel frustrated, when you feel anxiety, which is very common for the transits we're going to go through this year, it's very common to feel anxiety. I mean, going up into all of this kind of Aquarius stuff, these different squares we're having, anxiety is going to be something we're going to be working with. And when you feel that anxiety, be like, okay, I'm trying to figure it out and I can't figure it out. I need to just drop into how I'm feeling. It's not about figuring it out. It's about dropping into what I actually am feeling in myself and accepting that, whatever it is, as much as I can experience it. And what are the tools I need to experience that? Maybe I need to talk it out with someone else. Maybe I need to take a bath and feel into my body. Maybe I need to go get a massage. Maybe I need to, whatever it is, whatever you have access to, whatever, everybody has a unique way to kind of drop into themselves. So know what those tools are for you. So let's jump into this practice. So we're going to do a couple warm-up exercises first. So let's start by warming up the spine with cat and cow. So go ahead and come forward onto all fours. And if you come to my class on a regular basis, I love this cat cow. It's just like the best. So if you know it, go ahead and start. If you don't know it, when you inhale, you're going to lift the sits bones up. You're going to lift the head up. You're going to drop the navel. And when you exhale, you're going to tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, and round the spine up towards the ceiling. So you're moving the spine in opposite directions, finding the polarity, right, in our spines. But we don't ever stop. We just keep moving. We're in that in-between space. In that place in between left and right, right and wrong, me and you, coming into the yoga, the place of connection, the place where everything is one. The place of connection. Oops. And as we start to come into our experience, the breath is the vehicle. The breath helps to bring us into those spaces and to move the energy so that whatever is stuck in the body can reincorporate into our bodies, into our environments. Inhale. Come into cow pose, hold cow pose, lift those hips up a little bit higher, lift that head up a little bit higher, feel the chest open. Focus the eyes up at the third eye center. Gently activate the root lock. And as you exhale, sit back on your heels, come into rock pose. Sit up on your heels in rock pose. Let's go ahead and bring our hands into Gyan Mudra. So index finger and thumb are gonna touch. You're gonna bring the elbows up to the height of the shoulders. Palms are facing forward. Feel those shoulder blades kind of lock onto your back. And then inhale, turn towards the left. Exhale, turn towards the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Really feel that open heartedness, that open chest. Like your chest is lifting a little bit normal, a little bit more than you do normally, so that we can start to arrange the body in the way where it's a little more heart-centered, where it is a little bit more compassionate, where it's easier to drop into your heart because your heart is energized and open. It's a little bit easier to drop out of the polarity of the head. Keep it going. 20 more seconds. Really connecting with the breath. Maybe you feel yourself twist a little bit further in these last 10 seconds. And come to center. Take a deep breath in. Hold the position. Exhale, drop the hands onto the thighs. Inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, drop the shoulders down. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, drop them down. So keep moving the shoulders, letting the shoulders just completely release on the way down, moving between tension and relaxation. In yoga, part of what we do is we go into these polarities, we connect with both polarities. The polarity of tension, the polarity of release. They help inform each other. And then we come to that place of center, we come to that place of oneness within ourselves. And when we're in that place of oneness within ourselves, we're able to be in that place of oneness with everyone else. Go ahead and inhale, everybody. Bring those shoulders up to the ears. Squeeze them up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale, let them fall. Feel the shoulder blades relax down the back. Drop the right ear over towards the right shoulder. If that's comfortable to come back, come back. Then go over towards the left. And then bring the chin towards the chest, making circles with the head on the neck. And then next time your head comes forward, start going the other direction. And let the head come to center. And inhale to sit up nice and tall, feeling the spine nice and tall, nice and long. And sit to one side of your heels and extend the legs out in front of you. And do a nice bouncing of your knees up and down, really shaking the legs out, bouncing one leg up and then the other, alternating, bending one knee and then the other, bounce, 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 bounce the knees. And give a little pat too to the thighs. It's getting blood and circulation going, helping to release any deposits in the thighs. You can pat the glutes a little bit. Nice little wake up for the legs. Okay. So go ahead and bring those legs into easy pose, crossing the legs in a comfortable seat. If you've got a cushion, you can sit up on a cushion. We're going to be in easy pose for a good amount of time for this practice. So find a comfortable seat. And if you need to adjust it throughout, you can adjust your seat as we go throughout this practice. We're going to work with a point on the middle finger, right? So our middle fingers maybe have a little bit to do with anger, right? We want to show them to people when we're angry. And that's because our middle fingers have to do with patience too. Our middle fingers are connected with the Saturn energy that has to do with patience. So you're going to take your right hand, and on your left hand, so my left middle finger, I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to press it on that first segment to the right side of my nail. So I'm taking the thumb, I'm pressing it on the first segment, that the top part, and you're trying to find if there's a little bit of a nervy place there. And you'll feel it, especially if you're somebody that suppresses anger like me. Um, you'll find it. You'll feel a little bit like, ooh. So we're really trying to press it on that right side. So this would be the left side. This would be the right side. If you're looking at your hand. So you're taking that thumb, and once you find it, you can just relax that into your lap, and you just want to hold that pressure. So you should feel a little, it should feel maybe a little sensitive, a little nervy. You can move up a little bit. You can move down a little bit to see if you find it. Maybe move a little bit closer to the nail, move further away from the nail, and then just get that pressure on there and hold it. A little bit of acupressure to start. Just close your eyes and connect with your breath once you've found it. And maybe just from pressing this point, you start to go into your head, into the stories. See if you can keep dropping into the experience. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, you can relax that, just letting your hands come onto your thighs or onto your knees. Let's bring our hands into fists with the thumbs extended out. So your hands come into fists on both hands, but thumbs are actively pulling away from the rest of the fingers and pointing up. Bring that out to the side so that your arms, your hands are at the same height as your shoulders. Feel your shoulder blades relax onto your back. Bring your chin into Jalandhar, bringing the chin back so the top of the head lifts up. Close your eyes. And unless you're on your cycle or pregnant, you'll start a breath of fire, pumping the navel in and out. If you're on your cycle, you could do a very soft, gentle breath of fire, or you could do long, deep breathing. And really feel your chest nice and open, like you're pulling your arms back to open up the chest even wider. Inhale deeply. Stretch the arms even wider. Lift the chest even more. Pull the arms up back even further. Exhale, relax the hands. Let them come down onto the thighs or onto the knees. And now start to bring your shoulders forward, up, back, down, and around. So making circles with your shoulders by moving them back behind you and then around. Coming up and back. relax the shoulders. All right, this next exercise is an exercise you can do if you're angry, after you've been angry, to kind of reset and adjust your nervous system afterwards. So we're going to take the palms are going to be facing up, and the arms, you can start with the arms straight out in front of you, and then you're going to bring them at like a 45-degree angle out. You can't see that. So arms are straight out in front of you, and then bring them out like a 45 degrees. So this would be 0 degrees. This would be 90 degrees. You're going to have them about halfway in between that, so that the palms are facing up towards the sky, and the arms are about parallel to the ground. Here, we're going to do a pant, but we're really going to work with this pant in the upper chest. So it's not really a navel-y pant. It's more coming from the chest. So stick your tongue out and start to pant here. If you are on your cycle or if you're pregnant, you can do this. Again, you just don't want it to be in the navel. You want it to be more in the chest, more in the throat. Stick that tongue out as far as it'll go, helping to get out the toxins. You're readjusting the nervous system, so it feels like you're getting to an edge in your body. That's why, because you're working with that nervous system. You're expanding it. You gotta drool on yourself. You drool on yourself. Get those toxins out. Why not? Almost there. 15 more seconds. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose deeply. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Long deep breath out through the nose. Strong breath in. Strong breath out. Relax the hands down. If you need to adjust your seat, adjust your seat. Otherwise, just stay comfortable here in easy pose. And bring your hands together in front of your heart in prayer pose, bringing the hands into Anjali Mudra, finding the opposite parts of your hands pressing against each other, your chest lifting, elbows out to the side, eyes closed. Sitting with the hands in prayer pose, start to connect with your breath. Feeling that big 3-part breath, breathing into the navel first, and breathing into the chest, breathing all the way into the clavicle, and then letting the breath go out the opposite way. Release your hands from prayer pose. And bring the hands behind you and extend your legs out in front of you. Extend the legs straight out. You can bounce the knees again. So hands are behind you. We're going to come into, if you're not pregnant, we're going to come into bridge pose. If you're pregnant, you can stay sitting up just with your arms behind you. We're going to come into bridge pose. So your feet are going to come, you're going to bend your knees, and you're going to lift yourself up so that your hips come as high as your shoulders and your knees. Trying to lift those hips up nice and high. We're going to keep the chin in so the head doesn't drop back. So go ahead and lift yourself up into bridge pose. Lift those hips up. Palms, fingers can be pointing behind you. So this is a challenge here, but we're going to lift the left leg up. So just the right leg is on the ground. You're going to take the left leg and point it up at a 60-degree angle. Point those toes, keep the hips lifted, keep the chin up, and start a breath of fire. So this is the part of the practice that we really have to find that commitment. We have to find that grit. So close your eyes, find that grit within, point those toes. Feel the back engaged, feel the glutes engaged, feel the core engaged to help hold that body up. Just work with it as best you can. You have to take a pause, bringing that left foot down, bring the left foot down, but keep the breath going. Keep your mind in it. If you're pregnant, you can just lean back, and if it feels comfortable for you, you can lift that left leg up a little bit. Good news is we're not doing this on the other side. It's only this side. It's for your liver. The anger can get stuck in the liver. So you're opening that up right now. You're cleansing that liver of toxins. You're releasing it of this need to control. Stay with the breath. You can do this. Last 20 seconds. You got it. Inhale. Exhale, release the left leg down, release your hips down. Go ahead and come onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Squeeze your knees in and tuck your chin. And start to rock up and down the spine, rolling up and down the spine. If this is uncomfortable for you at all, especially in your lower back, you can spread the knees a little bit. That'll help around the lower back. You have tight hips. Start to rock a little bit stronger. To rock yourself maybe all the way up to standing or into a seat and then make your way up to standing. But we're going to make our way up to standing next. Rocking yourself all the way up, coming up to standing. All right, find some solid ground. So if you're on a sheepskin or you're on, like a blanket or something like that, you might want to move it to the side. We're going to want some solid ground to work on in this next exercise. Now, what's important here is that you breathe through the nose. If you can keep a breath of fire with this, you're going to keep a breath of fire. If you can't, you're at least going to try to keep the breath through the nose, okay? Here we go. Start to run in place. Run, 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 run. Start to run. Use your arms. Bring your arms up. Running in place. Bringing those knees up. We got to get that heart rate up. Get those knees up. Use your arms. Really start to run here. Try to keep a breath of fire and keep it through the nose. It's going to give you more energy. Let me see you run. Go, 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 go. So good. Keep those knees up. You got it. Keep it moving. Come on, I want you to get that heart up for these last 25 seconds. Really get that heart rate up. Really move, 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 move. Get those knees up a little bit more. Keep the breath through the nose. And come standing still. Relax the arms down by the side. Try to keep the breath through the nose again. If you need to, you can exhale through the mouth, but try to keep the breath through the nose. Stand up nice and tall. Close the eyes. Feel that energy moving around your body. Go ahead and come down and sit on your heels, coming into rock pose. And then bring your forehead down to the ground. So we're going to move our arms while we're here in this baby's pose. So your forehead is on the ground. You're going to interlace your fingers behind your back. You're going to start with the arms all the way down, and then you're going to bring them up in 4 segments. You're going to chant the mantra mentally, sa, ta, na, ma, as you bring the arms up, and then waheguru as they come back down. So segmenting the space that you can move behind you with your arms into 4 parts, bringing sa, ta, na, ma, bringing the arms up to the highest point, and then waheguru, the arms are going to come back to your lower back. So it's sa, ta, na, ma, waheguru. Foreheads on the ground. Sa, ta, na, ma, waheguru. Sa, ta, na, ma, waheguru. Mentally vibrating the mantra. Sa, infinity. Ta, life. Ma, sa, ta, na, death. Ma, rebirth. Waheguru, that awe state. And now start to move with the breath too. Inhaling 1 part, inhaling a 2nd part, a 3rd part, and a 4th part, and then exhaling as your arms come down. Sa, ta, na, ma, inhale. Exhale, waheguru. You feel like somebody's on your back. This helps to get them off your back. And with your arms relaxed, inhale deeply. And then exhale, come sitting up and make your way into easy pose. Coming with your legs crossed in a comfortable seated position. Use your cushion, find a way to be sitting in a comfortable seat. We're going to go straight into our meditation and then we'll go into the relaxation. So it's a breathing meditation. Your right hand is relaxed. Your left hand, you're going to take the thumb of the left hand and use it to block your left nostril and inhale through the right nostril. Deeply, slowly through the right nostril, breathing in. Then taking the index finger, blocking the right nostril and exhaling through the left. And then returning to inhaling through the right nostril and exhaling through the left. So you're only inhaling through the right nostril and you're only exhaling through the left. Using the left hand to help block the nostrils, the left thumb and the left index finger. Allow the breath to be deep. Sit up nice and tall. And stay with your breath.
Saudara siyo Prita lagai Ikatam panta Sunio ursangata Tail melanta jam Rasamatai Ikaradasa Atta kirataki Guru Ramdasa Rako Saranai Guru Ramdas Rako Saranai Guru Ramdas Rako Saranai Guru Ramdas Rako Saranai Guru Ramdas Rako Saranai Hamala guna bade Eka guna nari Amrita Shada Beke Bekakai Maya Mo Marampe Bule Sutadara Siyo Prita Lagai Ikatam Panta Sunio Ursangata Tail Melanta Jam Trasamatai Ikaradasa Pataki Rataki Guru Ramdasa Rako Saranai Guru Ramdas Rako Saranai Guru Ramdas Rako Saranai Guru Ramdas Rako Saranai Guru Ramdas Rako Saranai Hamma guna bare Eka guna nai Amrita Jada Beke Bekakai Maya Mo Paramde Bule Sutadara Siyo Prita Lagai
As you inhale through both nostrils, bring your arms up over your head. Reach your arms up over your head and open and close the palms with your arms up over your head. Open and close. Open and close, open and close, open and close. Exhale and relax the hands down. And you immediately come down onto your back. Coming down and relaxing on the back. Blanket, covering yourself up with a blanket. Letting everything go, letting everything relax completely. Surrendering your body to the floor.
ek aradasa mata kirataki Guru Ramdasa Rako Saranai Guru
And allow your breath to start to move your fingers, move your toes. Stretch your arms and stretch your legs. Give yourself a nice big squeeze, bringing those knees into the chest and squeezing them in nice and tight. Take a cat stretch over towards the left side by extending your left leg and your right hand, your left hand, and guiding your right knee over towards the left, reaching your right arm out to the right, head turns to the right. And come back to center and let's switch out the sides. Extending your right leg out, left knee comes in and guiding the left knee up and over towards the right side. Coming back to center and bringing your knee both in and rocking yourself up, coming into a comfortable seat position. And bringing your hands together in purpose in front of your chest. And connecting with your breath, connecting with your experience. And making a commitment to yourself that you'll keep coming back to this breath and to this human experience. We'll close with 3 long satnams. Take a deep breath in. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. And lifting the hands up to the head and bowing the head to the heart, recognizing at the heart we are all one. Satnam. All right. Nice work, everybody. It was good to see all of you. Thanks for showing up for your practice. Thanks, Jonna, Chelsea. If you have any questions, let me know. I went over a little bit. I never go over, but I totally went over. Sorry. If you have any questions, stick around. Love to hear questions, comments. It was really beautiful to see all of you. Thanks for your donations too. I'm living a donated life. So I'm trying to do a little new thing and change the way we do the way we share yoga and let it be accessible to everyone. So thank you for those of you that are able to donate and do donate it. I appreciate it. Thanks, Jeppa. Great. I'm glad you liked it. If you can't be angry now, right? Like this set, it says you're not allowed to be angry afterwards. It's impossible to. I did it the other day and I was feeling real good. So I hope it served you today.